Welcome to our final episode of WCPoets.com 6-part series previewing the fall sports. Today we're joined by head coach B.J. Hammer to talk about the upcoming football season. Coach, thanks for joining us.
No problem, Travis.
Let's start by looking at the team as a whole. Last year we won 3 games, but we're 16 points away from turning a 3-6 record into a 5-4 mark. One of the reasons we had our ups and downs is because of injuries. But we're back for the start of the 2010 season. So just talk a little bit about the overall health of this team and your expectations.
Well, we're healthy coming out of camp. I mean, our first game's Saturday, so we're really healthy right now, which is great. We've had a few just bruises and a few little concussion type injuries in camp, but overall we're good to go. Expectations, we got a good group returning, so we want to be as competitive as possible in our conference. We have a real tough early schedule, so we got to make it through that. Playing APU, which is a top 25 team in the country, scholarship football and AIA. It's going to be a tough battle, and then we have Occidental and Cal Lutheran following that after we play UPS, so it's a tough early go. But we have high expectations. We want to see our guys do really well, and we expect them to perform.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the offense. And although it's typically skill position players that get a lot of the name recognition, it all starts up front. The 2 deep on the offensive line has a lot of experience. So just kind of talk about that and the offensive line as a whole.
Well, we got some good returners in the middle. Our 2 guards, Cody McDermott's a 2-time All-Conference returner, been a starter since really his freshman year. And then Daniel Akers is going to be a starter this year at the other guard position. Good experience. He's another senior. We're going to start a new guy at center, Patrick Swigart. He's a sophomore. Guy was going to play a lot last year, got a little banged up. So we like what he brings to the table. And then Richard Duran is going to be playing all 3 positions, and he's been a 3-year starter for us. So we're excited about him. And then at the tackles, we got 2 big guys, 2 300-pounders, and Josh Portisano, and a redshirt freshman in Bryce Williams, who we think could be a very good player. So
tight end, those tight ends are kind of a skill position / lineman hybrid, and Chris Delgado, he returns. He was first team All-Conference last season, but we've also added some new guys to talk about the tight ends.
Well, Chris is a good player. Chris has always been one of our better blockers, especially at the tight end position, and that's a real tough position to find guys like that. But we've added a real talent in Vince Evans, a guy we think can be both a blocker and a vertical receiving threat. So we're excited about Vince, and Chris is battling right now and is going to be a big contributor as well.
Last year, one of the positions that saw a lot of athletes come and go was the quarterback. Alisano Sausau, he was the starter, he got hurt. You're forced to play about 4 or 5 guys underneath center last year. So how's Sausau's health? And does the experience that some of those other guys got last year, is that going to help the depth of the position this year?
Well, I mean, that's a big position, and we gotta stay healthy there. Since Josh Skurlock graduated after the 07 season, we've been kind of in flux at the quarterback position, and Sana came in, did great in the first 4 games last year, and then went down and really wasn't the same because of injury. And he looks good, looks very good. He's going to be starting the games on Saturday. 100% healthy. We're ready for him to go. He's one of our captains. After Sana, we do have a quarterback named Colin Wigley, who's a senior transfer, who's right there neck and neck with Sana. Well, I'd expect to see him play every game this year, and hopefully those will be the 2. We may get a younger guy in there if we're in the position to do so, but we really just want to run with those 2 and go with what they bring us, and that's a lot of talent between the 2 of them.
Let's look at the receiving core, and you've got a lot of talent there as well, and one guy I think is one of the more explosive players on the team, Josh Collison. So what type of leadership does he bring to the position?
Well, Josh is just a hard worker. A big thing that I've noticed about Josh over the years, he's mature. I was walking by him yesterday in practice, and on his shoes it says we, not me, referring to the team. So he's really grasped that concept as a team player, but we need him to be a leader on and off the field. He's doing that, but he's also a guy that we got to get the football to as many times as possible.
How about some other wideouts that we should keep an eye on?
Well, we're really excited about Gio Stanley. Had a little bit of an injury problem last year, but he has the makings of a very good receiver. Very fast, good size to him. He's over 6'2", over 215 pounds. So he's the right combination of what we're looking for. And then Cardell Turner is a new guy that we brought in, a transfer, and Cardell is right in the mix with Gio and Josh, and we're excited to have him with us as well.
Now the backfield has some new faces this year, and one of those guys is Kimble Tonin. He was an excellent return man last year, so just kind of talk about the thought process of moving him and getting him in the backfield.
Well, Kimble's, again, he's kind of like Josh. We need to get him the football, and Kimble played running back in high school as well as some receiver, and he did a good job for us in returning. And, the big thing with Kimble, he put some size on in the offseason and got bigger, but he's been great. Did a great job in the spring and in camp. He's been just looking really good. So we're excited about Kimble and what he can do. And we have some other players back there as well. Some good depth behind Kimble with some young guys that are freshmen and sophomores. Taekwon Ballard's a freshman, Ryan Richards a sophomore. And then we're really excited about fullback with Marcus Lane-Kildy, sophomore returner there, and Garrett Souza, a senior. And Zach Treitz, who's a junior, has really stepped up there too.
Now let's shift our focus to the defense. 3 starters return in the trenches, so let's just talk about the defensive line right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a great senior group. Tyson Schilling, second-team all-conference guy, is a captain for us of our defense. He's a returning starter. The other defensive end is Ryan Kirkpatrick. He's a 3-year starter. So 2 seniors there. You can't beat that. And then you got Justin Martinez in the middle, plays nose and tackle, another senior. So, it's a good group with good leadership there. And then we got some other young guys that are coming along. Ian Bavlewski's making a push to play, and we got a good freshman in Nathan Mendez. So it's overall a very good group.
Now the linebackers will be led by one of the more consistent players from last season. That's Jared Quedo. So how important is he to the success of the defense?
Jared is the most important player to the success of our defense. He's another one of our captains, but he, in my mind, is really the true leader of the team. And just because he does everything right, just a great person outside of football, but also plays with everything he has. So he'll bring that to the table, and you need that in a linebacker, that intensity, that focus. And we got 2 other ones that we like a lot. Aaron Alonzo's a senior, and he'll be playing our middle backer. And then Richard Hopkins has really had a good camp, and he'll be playing our weak side linebacker position.
Now just to touch on that, the current 2 deep at linebacker has 3 seniors on it, 2 sophomores and a freshman. So really a nice mix you have there. Mm-hmm. But let's go back to the secondary now, and you got Brad Seitz, a senior, Anthony Bennett, a junior, John O'Malley, a junior, Travis Driscoll, he's also a junior. Mm-hmm. A lot of experience back there. How important is it to have that much experience in the secondary?
Well, it is. The big thing that happens in our league is games are very close, and then just like in all football games, a big play occurs, and it always happens in the secondary. So, we feel good with Travis and Brad. They've had a lot of experience over the years, and Anthony Bennett's a guy that's a good athlete. We moved him from receiver to DB. He's going to be really getting his first action there. He also plays basketball, so he's really good with his feet. And then Alex Mitchell's another guy that will help us at corner. He's going to be a sophomore. And the big one is John O'Malley, a D2 transfer coming in, really looking for his leadership and his athletic ability to help us a lot. So it's going to be a good group. We need them to keep getting better each week.
All right, let's talk about the specialists and just kickers and punters and those return men, some guys we should look for this season to really make an impact.
Well, Reese Hoyes is our return guy. He did a great job last year on kickoff returns. Was one of the top guys in the league, and I think somewhere up there in the top 25, top 30 in the country. So he's going to be, a guy we count on. Kimble Tonin will still return kicks, and we're looking to get Josh Collison, Cardell Turner, and Gio Stanley involved in that as well, because special teams are huge. Now, as far as things go, right now Eric Cejudo is going to do our kicking and our punting for us. Came off injury last year, redshirt season, and we're looking for him. He's definitely showed the strongest leg in both departments, and he needs to have a big year for us. We need him big time.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us today. The Poets open their season this weekend, September 18th at Azusa Pacific. First home game is October 9th against Cal Lutheran. Coach, good luck this year.
Thanks, Travis.